The Steel Skyline event is fast approaching to Pokemon Go, and that means the awaited debut of the skyscraper Pokemon Duraludon to both the game and Dynamax battles. But will it be any good? Let's discuss it in today's video. Before we begin, my name is Antarcticuno, otherwise known as the Dynamax Doctor, and if you like today's video or have interest in learning more about the science behind Dynamax battles, consider subscribing below. I'm fielding questions for an Ask Me Anything style video soon, so definitely drop me a comment if you have a burning question you'd like answered. Let's start with what's not so great with Duraludon. There's certainly some ground to cover here. First, since it will be featured in 4-star max battles, the cost of completing a Duraludon raid is a steep 800 MP. For a week-long event featuring no expanded max particle limit, this roughly equates to about 1 max battle per day. So unless you end up paying for extra max particles, that's around 7 chances for a good one. Which leads to a second downside, which is a lack of candy availability. With so few opportunities to catch a Duraludon, being relegated to max battles and the rare occasional field research, it may be hard to get enough candy to power up a Duraludon, much less invest into its moves. Be sure to Mega Evolve Steel or Dragon Pokemon every day to maximize your opportunity for more candy every opportunity you get. And what do we get for this effort? Unfortunately, Duraludon doesn't possess overly impressive stats nor typing. For the upcoming Wild Area event featuring a surge of Fairy and Dark Pokemon, Duraludon doesn't offer much by way of type resistances to those types of Pokemon. Further still, Duraludon's middling defense stat leaves much to be desired. Its attack stat is better than average, but unfortunately must compete with the likes of Latios, Eternatus, and Zacian on the attacking front, and Metagross and Zamazenta in the tanking department, and unfortunately, it just can't measure up. So, is there anything to be excited about? For shiny collectors, Duraludon will be immediately shiny unlocked, perhaps providing that incentive to players to hunt this dragon a bit more aggressively. And while its typing isn't going to be amazing for the Wild Area event, do note that in the grand scheme of things, Steel and Dragon is pretty rare and does perform well in many other matchups. In fact, this typing has a comparable number of resistances to the likes of Steel and Fairy, another prominent defensive typing. While it hasn't been officially announced yet, there's a strong probability that one of the upcoming Max Battle weekends in October will end up featuring the Gigantamax Pokemon Garbodor, and the Steel typing could be useful there. And lastly, on the tanking front, Duraludon does get access to Metal Claw, a great 0.5 second fast attack. If you are wondering why this matters, I'll link my video explaining the max meter above. Some have brought up that the debut of Dynamax Duraludon may be a good prequel to the arrival of Gmax Duraludon. And indeed, this Pokemon does possess a powerful Gmax form that is capable of using the Dragon-type max move, Gmax Depletion. Unfortunately though, due to the sequencing of the currently available Dragon-type Pokemon in the format, Duraludon's Gigantamax form is already outclassed by Eternatus and its Dynamax Cannon move, which also uses the Gigantamax power scale. And so with a higher attack, Eternatus will always outperform Duraludon in the max damage department given the same investment. This is an unfortunate reality for Duraludon as well as many other unreleased Gigantamax Pokemon. The format has received so many overpowered Pokemon like Zacian, Zamazenta, Eternatus, and Blissey that most new additions will be reduced to rubble on arrival. This Pokemon is still certainly a sweet pickup aesthetically once it becomes available, so if using an animated skyscraper is your thing, go wild. What I have more anticipation for is actually Duraludon's Generation 9 evolution, Archaludon. Another unreleased Pokemon, it's hard to know exactly how Archaludon will function, but from its stats alone, we can see that it gets some meaningful upgrades that let it start to compete with other Steel Pokemon like Metagross. Notably, the boosted defense lets it better utilize its great defensive typing, and the additional attack boost makes it a flexible option even outside of tanking. I predict that this will be one of the scenarios where the Dynamax form of the Pokemon will be more valuable than its Gigantamax counterpart, as I anticipate that Gigantamax Duraludon will not be able to evolve, just like Gigantamax Eevee, Pikachu, and Meowth in the main series games. So, what do you think? Will you scale new heights during the Steel Skyline event hoping to catch some functional Duraludon? If you learned something or found anything surprising in today's video, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it. Till next time!